Hi, everyone. Welcome back to BBB Sharing. I'm Evie, Director of Ignite, sparked by BBB. And today I have three lovely ladies with me. They are from Fox Richmond. They're each going to go ahead and introduce themselves, talk about their background and what they do. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start here.
Hey, I am Shuneca Harrington. I am the new General Manager at Fox Richmond. I am excited to be here. We are the sports leader in the market. We have the first late news in the market at 10 p.m. And of course, we have our morning news at 7 a.m. I'm going to pass it over to Laura Haemker, who's our market sales manager. She's been here for all of her life. She's from Richmond, and she's been with Fox Richmond for a little over
About
3 years now.
Three and a half, yeah. 3.5. Yeah, I've been in media here in Richmond for a long time. I work for several nonprofits here in Richmond. So, I'm a Richmond gal. Fox is the number one sports station in town. Like Shuneca said, we have everything from pickleball to the Super Bowl. So any of our viewers who are looking to watch sports can turn on to Fox Richmond, and we have it there. So Melissa can tell you a little bit more about it.
Hi, I'm Melissa Fitch, and I have been with Fox Richmond just a little under a year. It has been an amazing ride so far. We've got tons of energy. I love not only our programming because we do focus so heavily on sports, excuse me, but we are a world-renowned digital marketing agency as well. It's all about the content and where you can reach those people, where people are going to get their content. I've been in Richmond for the last 30 years, worked with a lot of local businesses, watched them grow, watched them succeed, and it's been fun.
You guys have a very interesting job, but I wanted to touch base on something that we had talked about prior. You said there was a big misconception, and the misconception was that you don't have a TV station, right? Or did I get that wrong? News station. So tell people about that, because I think part of the reason of addressing a misconception is making it clear to people, this is how it is, just so you know. I know that there's a lot of word going around about other things, but, this is what Fox Richmond is and what we have to offer.
Yeah, so being new to the market, one of the first things I did was I took a look at all of our assets, all of the things that we have to offer, not only our viewers, but our advertisers. And one of the things I noticed is that we have a partnership. It's one of the first in the country, actually, where we do a news share. And so that means we have our news produced in a studio outside of our station. We partner with another media company that actually has the studio and the facilities located in their building. It's our news. It's at 7 a.m., and then we have news again at 10 p.m. This is actually one of the oldest agreements in the country. We've been doing this for over 30 years. It's a bit of a model, and we're really, really proud of it.
Wow. Yeah, see? So I'm sure most people didn't know that at all. Tell me a little bit about what you all think of Richmond.
Well, I can just kind of start being the new person.
I love
Richmond.
You're the new person here, yep.
I love Richmond. I'm a Southern girl. I am originally from Charleston, South Carolina. So I've spent all of my career in the South, and I love Richmond. It's enough South that it still feels like all of the things that I love and I've grown up with and I'm familiar with. But it is also close enough to the North that it feels more like a city than some of the other, I would say, towns in the Southeast. It's beautiful. My drive into work, I just moved out to Mosley. My drive into work, I get to drive over 2 little bodies of water, and it just reminds me of where I grew up and what I love in Charleston, South Carolina. So I love it. And I found out recently that there are many places that have blue crabs. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. I moved away from Richmond for about 4 years to Texas, and then I came back, and it's great to be in Richmond because you get all four seasons here.
Yeah.
You can reach 40% of the United States from Richmond within a day's drive. So
Really?
you can get to the mountains, you can get to Washington, D.C., you can get to the beaches, And I think that's one of the things that makes Richmond great is its proximity. But also, we're a foodie city. I mean, there's
Yes,
so many
yes.
great restaurants. There's
And
so many
wine.
and wine. The Thomas Jefferson Trail out in Charlottesville, the wine trail, was named the very best wine trail in the world.
Wow.
So, all of those things are really great to draw people to Richmond. And
Yeah, and I think just, you know, not just the food, because we are definitely a foodie town, and if you want to try something new, all you got to do is come to RVA. But there's so much that it offers, from the museums, the events, the sporting events, the musical talent that comes
The
here.
arts.
Yes, so much of that. And I love it because we are, like you said, a short hop and a
Yes.
skip to any big city. We're not that far from DC. I love the fact that I can get down to the beach and back in a weekend. And I've been here for now 30 plus years. It didn't take me too far away. I was born and raised in Roanoke. So,
Really?
yeah, so I'm a mountain girl.
Yep.
But I love that I can still go out to the farms here, that there's city life, there's nightlife, there's just a whole lot to do, which is fun.
Yep. I'm from Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, so that I grew up there. Y'all know. You
Yeah, oh,
get
yeah,
it.
do.
I do. Our son went there this year, JMU,
Really?
as a freshman.
Does he enjoy it?
He loves it.
Really? Everybody
We couldn't
says
get him
that.
to come home.
Everybody says that, and I'm always like, I don't get it. I grew up in Harrisonburg. It's boring. There's really nothing to do.
Everybody wants to move away from the
Yep.
town they grew up in.
I think that's what it is. I went to VCU, and I loved it here. My mom went to VCU. I left Richmond and then ended up coming back and living here. So I guess, you end up going back to where you went to school. You love it.
Well, I have to give a shout out to Virginia Tech. Go Hokies.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's funny because my dad's been a small business owner in Harrisonburg for over 30 years. And I know you all work with a lot of businesses in this town. What's it like? What's the hardest part about communicating with them? And on that note, what's the best part about communicating with them?
Yeah, I'll say my favorite thing about this job is working with small businesses.
Yeah.
In my career, I've been blessed to have the opportunity to see so many businesses grow and flourish, and see people open second and third and fourth locations and franchise. And I mean, that's the rewarding part about being in marketing and advertising sales, is you really do get to make an impact on people's businesses, on their lives, on their families, and even on their legacies that they leave behind. I think a challenging part is that this business evolves so quickly. In the last 5 years especially, we've seen so much change, not just in the way people consume media, but in the ways that they advertise. Some of it is good and exciting. Some of it is scary, and people just don't understand how to use it. There's a lot of information out there now. And so it's really important to do your research, to work with people you trust. I think the thing that makes us so special is we get to sit down just like this and have face-to-face conversations with people interested in advertising, interested in growing their businesses, find out more about who their customer is, what their needs are, and then put together custom solutions that really do reach their target audience and help them grow.
I love that.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And our company has given us some great tools. There's so many research companies out there and AI tools, and we just have a whole plethora of information that we can share with our clients as marketing consultants, where we really can teach them about what is going to be the best use of their dollars to reach their target customer. And, we can help them with the results, and they can, on our digital platforms, they can see directly who is interacting with their ads. I think digital is scary for a lot of small businesses and businesses who haven't really tapped into it. And so I think that's one of our strengths. Like Melissa said, we are a world-class digital service agency. We can reach people from nation to neighborhood. So you can your digital commercials can go anywhere in the country and Canada, but we can also tell you who within your neighborhood is, looking to buy your services. So
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little scary sometimes. People kind of refer to it as Big Brother, but when you go online nowadays, there's really no privacy anymore.
No.
And so people are sharing information, and just from what they're looking for, what they're searching for, what they're clicking on, what content are they engaging with, can tell a lot about a consumer. So when we sit down to talk to those business owners, sometimes it's really a big learning curve for them, and just kind of share with them, hey, this is what I've seen work in the marketplace. This is what I've seen not work so well in the marketplace, based on your target customer, what your ultimate goal is. Are we looking short term? Are we looking long term? It's really about getting in there and understanding what the business owner is looking for and what they're hoping to achieve, and not just having some cookie cutter template. It's let's put something together that's going to be impactful for you.
You know what's amazing, and I've noticed this with a lot of accredited businesses, and you all are accredited with the Better Business Bureau, is I've heard very similar things. It's all about caring about the customer, really listening to what it is that they're trying to, a problem that they're trying to fix, or the audience that they're trying to reach. All the accredited businesses that, especially that have come in here and talked to me, they really care about their customers and their consumers. And so I've really noticed that you guys, you come in, you take the time, you spend over an hour with us. You talk to us about everything, all of our concerns, the audience that we're trying to reach, the troubles we're having with the market. And I think that really makes a difference. You know, you're not just on the other end of a computer calling somebody once a week and saying, well, how'd this go? Well, if I'm a small business, I really don't have the time to tell you how it went. So I think that's great that you guys do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks
I had a
for
wonderful
having
time
us.
talking to you all and getting to know you, showing you the facility. I'd love to have you come in again just to join for 1 Million Cups or Techstars or any of the other nonprofits that we have here. We do this thing called Spark Talks, and we talked about answering the why. If you ever have interest in listening in on a question or a topic about that, we'd love to have you guys put your input, because you're probably more familiar with the area anyways. So that would be great.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Thank you again for joining. This is BBB Sharing. I'm Evie, Director of Ignite. Make sure to like and subscribe on BBB San VA on YouTube and BBB Sharing Spotify. Thank you.